Time for Craig. All right, I've saved this. I haven't mentioned it to you
Oh no.
because you're going to get a 100% live
Oh,
reaction.
oh no.
It happened.
Oh no.
Rage. It happened.
Oh. Uh, Sarah said something stupid.
Racist. Yes.
Okay. How racist?
It honest
On a scale from Aunt Jemima brand to Walmart Juneteenth ice cream.
Oh God, I don't know. All right, you think about that about exactly what your scale means, and when I tell you the short story, you can tell me where you think it falls on your scale. So, we're sitting at lunch today. We're eating our food and talking about a few clients, and I'm sitting there with my work laptop doing a few notes because it's a busy day, and I don't have time to like just sit and chit chat about random stuff. So working, eating. Sarah comes in late today. Her
No.
daughter's middle school or whatever graduation or whatever was today. So she didn't get there until lunchtime. So I'm sitting there with Denise and we're talking about some clients and eating food, and she's wearing this very she's wearing this very cute but modest like
Oh no.
white sundress thing. I don't know. I don't know anything about fashion. It had like spaghetti straps and like a little skirt, and she's wearing like some tights or something.
Yeah, I prefer linguine.
But she was like, "Yeah, I get to break out my summer clothes. It's been warm, and I don't have to wear like scrubs here. I can dress cute." Because the last place she worked at, apparently, she just had to wear scrubs all the time.
Mhm.
So, anyways, Sarah comes in and she's talking about some stuff, and she stops and she looks at Denise and she
Oh
goes,
no.
"Oh wow, that's so cute. It makes you look like a little Oreo."
Ooh.
And it's like there's a record scratch moment for like me and one of the nurses,
That's not as racist as I thought Sarah would go, but
but she just like said it and smiled and didn't like process at all, like didn't think about at all what she said. And Denise stopped and she set her her stuff down. She was eating like a salad or something. She set it down. She looks at her. She
hands
sighs.
are with the fork, right?
Yeah, she sighs and she says, "And why would I look like an Oreo?" And without missing a beat, without skipping a beat, there it goes. "Well, because you're black and you're wearing a white shirt. So it's black, white, black."
Wow.
And Denise just sighs. She says, "Well, that's not the worst thing I've ever heard." And goes back to eating. And we all stare at Sarah like, "What is wrong with you?" Before she turns around and she leaves. Or, I mean, she doesn't leave. She goes to her office and sits down and like starts working. And I hear her later talking to the other nurse, my office's, my Anita that's there. Um, and I hear Anita say, "No, Sarah, you can't say things like that. I
Well,
mean,
why
really."
not?
She's like, "Really, you never should, but especially not now." And Sarah goes, "Well, I don't understand why. If she's going to be offended about it, I thought she was cool. I thought she was a good one and it wouldn't bother her."
A good one.
Yes. And
Wow.
I just kept on walking. That conversation was still going when I came back, but they were like talking in more hushed tones. I didn't know what they were saying, so I wasn't going to eavesdrop, though. I had stuff to do. And I had literally this morning had a conversation with Denise about um some of her history, and like we were talking about career stuff, and she talked about challenges she's faced being black, um and how she had been passed over for colleagues before, and just struggles she's had. And I related on the stuff that I could, but I said, like, uh, acknowledging like I'm a white dude, like absolutely I can appreciate what you're saying, but that's not an experience I've ever had. um So if I ever say or do something accidentally or unintentionally, like, please let me know. Like, I don't want to make you feel,
Hey, Sarah.
yeah, yeah. I don't want to make you feel like, you're facing any kind of resistance here. Um, just I've not had a lot of black colleagues because of where we live and the way that the field itself is. And she was like, "Oh yeah, no, that's really sweet. Like you're great. You've never given off any of those vibes. Like you're super cool. You've not asked me about my hair." Because she, I guess she's gotten used to people being like, "Oh, can I touch your hair? That looks so whatever." Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what people say to black people about their hair because I mind my own fucking business and keep my hands to myself. So that morning we were having that conversation, and at lunch it's like, oh, let's do a racism. How about a casual racism, guys? I talked to her about it afterwards, and she said, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but I'm used to it. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard.
I have a feeling it's barely a blip on the radar compared
Yes.
to some of the things that she's heard in the South.
Oh yes. She rattled off a number of worse things. Being called like a monkey and um people making slave jokes at her.
Wow.
And yeah. So she's like, on the scale of things, it's fine, but also it still sucks. Like, this is the longest stretch I've ever been somewhere that no one's made a racist comment. I was like, not even any of the patients, because especially some of the group home patients who just have no filter and no social skills. And she's like, no, it's been really nice. And no one seems to care that I'm black. And I'm like, all right. But yeah, it happened today. We'll see if it happens again.
I wonder if Sarah got a talking to.
I don't know. My boss is very passive aggressive
Mm-hmm.
and not very directly confrontational. So I suspect that if anything happens, we're going to have a staff meeting in the next few days
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be like, certain comments have been made. It's like, we all know it was Sarah. Just go talk to her.
Yeah, but we got to make sure nobody else does it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the thing is that I could be wrong on this one, but based on everything that Eve told me about Sarah, is that she's too dumb to realize that they're talking about her while she's sitting in the staff meeting. Assuming that happens,
I don't know. Maybe.
Certain comments have been made about one of our, and she's just looking around like, who said what?
Yeah. She takes things that are not directed at her as if they are directed at her during some of those passive aggressive staff meetings. So maybe she would completely miss if something was directed at her. Usually things get directed at Tim, the gay guy in the office, because they're all, except for Anita, really sexist. And so, you hear I mean, and it sexist against men and women. They will make stereotypical comments towards and about men and women. But because I don't know why. They don't make those comments at me. They might make them behind my back, but they don't make them with me in the room. But they will make them at Tim in the room. And I don't know if it's because Tim is like, in a hierarchical sense, like the low man on the totem pole, like he has no sort of operational authority, whereas the only person who is my actual boss there is the boss. Like I'm like the equivalent of like an assistant manager or something, like in the hierarchy. So I don't know if there's that or if it's they just see me differently somehow because I'm a therapist or because I also work alongside my wife. So I don't know if there's like they're being, quiet to spare her or something, but that doesn't make any sense because they are blatantly sexist about women in front of all of them. in front of each
I'm
other.
afraid to even ask on that one.
I mean, it's your stereotypical stuff. Women can't drive, and women
No.
are too emotional, and men are messy and forgetful and dirty, and women shouldn't have to lift anything that weighs more than a feather. Like, very, very stereotypical stuff. I've never heard them make any directly, like, well, not directly, but like any really, really, really negative comments, but just like age old gender roles kind of stuff as made as like
Basically,
snide type.
basically 70s to 80s sitcom level stuff.
Yeah. So in the grand scheme of things, it's not that bad, especially compared to a lot of the homophobia and transphobia that comes out of especially Sarah, but also my boss.
I guess because right.
Yes. Yes, indeed. And I think I've said this before, like, it's so weird. Like, she is, medically speaking, very good at her job. But she works in the mental health field and has no empathy and portrays all of the worst stereotypes or tropes about like a conservative Christian person, like anti-gay, anti-trans, weird about mixed race couples, racist.
Maybe she
It's
just uses up all her brain power on her nursing stuff.
maybe. But I mean, if there's ever anybody in the office that I have a medical question for, or I'm trying to help like sort out somebody's medication related issues,
Mm-hmm.
or, you know, some kind of physical ailment, getting like a little bit of advice for something on like a physical ailment for a client, I go talk to Sarah because she knows what she's talking about there. It's so strange. I just try not to talk to her about anything else.
Idiot savant.
Maybe people can be good at their jobs and still be bad people. Anyways, now that I'm sad about that, you got Audacity up?
uh, yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. I had a message from Craig. Like for some reason, it sent me a double message that says he's recording. I was like, oh no, did he break? It's going to be one of those nights, but no, he's fine. All right. Ready to record in 3, 2, 1, record. And for the sync, 3,
Two.
1,
I
sync.
think. I think my audio's down a little bit, so let me boost that a bit.
Okay.
Okay, that looks a bit better.
Okay. Show notes. I changed the date. Topics are added. Ready? Game face?
Game face.
We live in a part of the country where most people don't have them. I'm very sorry. You'll be
Yeah.
hungry tonight.
Oh, at least I'll finally lose some weight, right?
I suppose. Silver lining, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if I
Okay.
really want to go look at the news.
I'm not going to. It's been bad enough. There is cookie dough downstairs. I'm
Uh-oh.
going to go
What
eat
type?
some cookie dough.
Oh,
Just sugar cookie dough.
mm, I might have a nice spoonful of French vanilla bean ice cream.
Sounds delicious.
And it is. And completely confused Amber, Adita's sister, because she's like, well, I like vanilla bean ice cream. I don't like French flavored.
Yeah.
It just, how, right?
Yep.
I know I could be an enthusiastic home cook, but, right?
Some things seem pretty basic. And just do a little bit of research if you're not
Mm-hmm.
sure about something.
No, she'll just jump in and say something anyway.
True. But yep, I'm gonna go downstairs. I'm gonna eat much more sugar cookie dough than I should. I mean, really, any amount is too much for me at 10 after 12, but I feel like I need some cookie dough. And then I'm gonna go to sleep.
Oh, well, something I did make. I don't think I told you about. Did I tell you about the meringue cookies?
Yes, you did. You told me about
Okay.
them Sunday.
Yeah, the meringue cookies are gone.
Yeah. Well, they did not last very long, but I'm not surprised given the way you talked about them and how delicious they sounded.
Well, I wasn't the only one that ate them though. Anita definitely snuck quite a few, and did send some off to her mom. So, which was a hit over there. So next time I make them, I'm probably gonna try with artificial sweetener
Yeah.
because they're diabetic, and gotta watch their sugar. So right.
Yep.
So always fun experiments, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of experiments, I get to make pizza dough tomorrow. Setting up for the weekend.
Yep. Did make pizza dough this week because Saturday, I mean, you know this, but for the sake of content, I had a horrible back pain day, and I was gonna prep the pizza dough then, but I could barely get out of bed. So
Yeah. Well, did you get the book?
yes, I got the book. I
Okay.
haven't looked at it yet, but like,
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple pizza dough recipes that are a lot shorter time frame. The one that I've tested so far, it specifically uses a stand mixer
yeah,
and bread dough or bread flour, and has a long fermentation time, and it's just utterly delicious. And it's also a lot more hands off. So, yeah, less things to do on pizza day, which is already a mess, a delicious mess, but a mess.
yeah. As long as it's delicious, though, it's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm very tempted to make another white pizza. And no, that's not a pizza that's just slathered in mayonnaise.
That sounds terrible.
It's a sauceless pizza. Instead of tomato sauce, you just put cheese on it.
That doesn't sound so bad, but the slathered in mayonnaise part is what I'm saying. Terrible.
A running joke with Anita and myself is, that sounds very white. Yeah, talking about people that has like no taste or going with, mayonnaise is like the pinnacle of culinary achievement.
Yeah, I don't like mayonnaise very much. At least to eat it as a condiment. I know mayonnaise, when cooked in lots of things, is amazing,
Mm-hmm.
but
I
to
will
just
say homemade mayonnaise is a lot better than store bought.
I've never made mayonnaise.
Immersion blender, it's actually really easy.
Yeah,
Just gotta get the ratios right, and it's also one of those things that, most immersion blenders come with a container that's just a little bit bigger than the head of the immersion blender. Crack an egg into it, pour some oil, a little bit of mustard, pinch of salt, and a squeeze of lemon. And have the egg on the bottom of the oil. Put the immersion
yeah,
blender down, start it up, and you just pull it up and you have mayonnaise. It's wild. It's one of those things that I remember seeing on like infomercials at like 2 a.m. when I was a kid, when they were selling essentially the precursor to what immersion blenders are these days.
yeah,
Uh, and it looking, fake as hell, right? But no, it
yeah.
actually works. Or it works with the modern ones, I should say. Actually have enough power. Speaking of power, I think I'm starting to run out of it, though. So, bye-bye.
Yeah. Bye bye. I too have ran out of power.
Shutting down.
Good night, Craig. Oh no, I accidentally copied the date too. That won't do.
I
Craig,
guess
what did you do to the Netflix profile?
Okay, so Adi and I share a Netflix account with Anita's sister. Well, Anita pays for it, and it's a shared thing, and we go back and forth on some streaming stuff. As most people totally don't do, right? And this is, of course, allegedly that we do. I mean, I can't confirm or nor deny this one.
Right. I mean, allegedly, I share a Netflix account with like 3 other people, and allegedly, I also share a Disney Plus account with like 4 other people,
Mm-hmm.
and allegedly, also, I share an Amazon Prime account with at least 2 other people.
Mm-hmm.
All alleged, of course. I would never. No,
Never go against the
who am
terms
I,
of service.
who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? I've said publicly, steal everything that isn't nailed down. Like fuck
Mhm.
it.
So, and this is mostly for the niece. You know, she likes to watch her anime on Netflix and on Hulu and such. So, uh, she gets to watch it on our Netflix, and whenever she's ever here, you know, she continue watching her stuff. Well, I know it wasn't me, and I know it wasn't Anita. And the account was on her sister's email account. All right.
Yeah,
Someone somewhere clicked on something that they shouldn't have, most likely, because the account got hijacked
yeah,
to the point that I don't know what language it was in, but it wasn't in English, according to Anita.
yeah.
When she got the control of the account back, and she had to call customer service because they also changed the email contact email, so even just recovering the password wasn't going to work because right.
Yeah.
So it was quite the hurdle, and now I'm rebuilding my Netflix queue because, of course, right,
Yeah.
and get to have that new experience of logging onto Netflix and having all the shitty reality shows bombard me.
Only the finest quality content for use, good sir.
I mean, pretty much. I mean, don't get me wrong. Netflix is terrible at suggesting shows to me because outside of two cooking competitions, I absolutely hate cooking competitions or cooking competition shows because it's all just bullshit drama, you know,
Yeah.
and ways to fuck with the contestants instead of letting them actually show off their talent. That's why I like the British baking show, and I found a second one that I really like that's the same way, called School of Chocolate. Hell, School of Chocolate, they don't even eliminate anybody, right?
Nice. So it's all about the people and cooking,
Uh-huh.
not about the drama.
I mean, there is drama, of course, because, it's a competition show, but they don't remove somebody because they had a bad week or bad day, you know?
Yeah.
But, seeing stuff like, now I'm trying to think of the one where they bring on amateur bakers and make them try to do these absolutely absurd challenges with absolutely no time to do them, even for a professional.
Mm-hmm.
It has the annoying loud woman as the host. If you ever seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. As
I
soon
mean,
as, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, you say it has an annoying loud woman as a host, as if that would be a distinguishing factor for these types of shows.
True. It's just kind of ridiculous, you know.
Yeah. Gotta open up Audacity. Haven't done that yet.
Oh, and also whenever Anita reset the account, she stole my turtle icon.
Oh no.
Well, to be honest, I kind of expected her to eventually. I'm more surprised that it took until this point because right.
Yeah. Does she
But it's
like
okay.
really like turtles?
Oh yeah. So yeah, the fact that I was able to keep the turtle icon for this long is actually surprising.
Nice.
And Netflix has it where unique icons.
Yeah.
So I took a monkey.
That checks out with some of the other things that I've seen from you from online accounts you've created.
Feeling conflicted.
Also, do you still have the little like Velcro monkey hanging off of your mic stand?
No, it's in a box somewhere.
Poor widow monkey.
Don't worry. There's a little sock monkey that the cats beat up every day.
Fair enough. Let me navigate back over to Chrome. Where are you? It's buried in windows and tabs. Aha, Chrome. What do we have
if you have
other
any
than
suggestions for Netflix, send them to me.
right?
I'm rebuilding from scratch.
So, other than Community Corner stuff, did we have any?
I'm not really fond of it a lot.
All right, cool. Then we'll make it an easier news week for Community Corner, and unless we really get hung up on a couple things, sounds like we'll get a discovery queue this week.
Because I'm just sitting here looking at the top stuff from r/games. Club Penguin rewritten, seemingly shut down by Disney under investigation by the PIPCU. Basically, the long and short of it is that they started running ads on the site, and that's a big no-no because they were essentially running the game up until that point as a non-profit.
Yeah.
And as soon as they started trying to make money on it, Disney sent in the lawyers. Which I'm conflicted on that one because it is costing them a fair amount of money to run that game, but at the same time, these projects can't even accept donations.
Yeah.
And it's also corporations being assholes.
Corporate's gonna corporate.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, Platinum Games' latest RPG, Babylon's Fall, drops to a total of 8 concurrent players on Steam.
Wow. So many. Is that enough for a match?
I think it's essentially a looter game, so technically yes.
Cool. Play with the same, 7 people for all eternity.
Not sure if heaven or hell.
Guess it depends on who it is.
Mm-hmm. But if you're stuck in a room with them.
All right, here's the Google Cache page for the article with the paywall.
I forgot about Google Cache.
Oh, wait. Shit.
It also paywalls?
Yeah. It just doesn't give the annoying pop-up. It just says, this story is available exclusively to insider subscribers.
Yeah, well...
Although we can just find another
I have a
talking
secondary link. Hang on. Also need to...
While you do that, I'll get the next one.
So you're going to talk 2 games?
Well, I'm just going to mention the Sonic movie.
Okay. I just saw Sonic 2, and I wasn't 100% sure where you were going with that, so... Because who knows, you could have been, loaded up the Genesis.
That's true. But no, the Sonic movie does not have any subtitles or anything. It's just Sonic 2. Very retro.
Not even Electric Boogaloo.
Nope. Is there more information on this EA thing that Jim posted?
No.
Because it's just
a
post on Reddit.
Yeah, so I'm tempted to just say fucking go for drop it.
Yeah.
Or make a comment about it. So here's Tech Raptor talking about it. The Xbox free-to-play games. Which I'm still conflicted on this because, right, if it's done well, it could offset, the whales, but at the same time, right?
Yeah. Yep. I could see it becoming very much abused and very much,
Okay, I go to the link again and it actually comes up, so weird.
The one in the chat?
Yeah. I clicked it again and it actually went through.
No, mine still says, become an insider. I mean, I've got a different one now.
Oh, you do?
Microsoft building an ad program that will let brands advertise in Xbox games. This is from Liquidity Provider, whatever that is. Never heard of them before. There we go.
Oh, it's the lawyer. It's not the Xbox game that was hit behind the paywall.
Oh, yeah, the lawyer one didn't hit me with a paywall at all.
Yeah, the lawyer one is the one that was behind the paywall for me. The Bloomberg article.
The yeah, that one didn't paywall me. That one just worked the first time.
Okay, that's weird.
Oh, wait, it says down at the bottom, you've reached your free article limit. So I guess maybe you've looked at some articles and it paywalled for you.
Maybe. Weird.
Yeah.
But then I opened it up again and it, went right through.
All right. So then we've got those two, Microsoft's ad program thingy and the lawyers. I'm going to take out the, oops.
Maybe it was Business Insider Business Insider paid Walled. Sorry. Ugh.
And that was the one for the Microsoft
Yeah.
ad?
Yeah, but I had Tech Raptor already, which is good enough, right?
Yep. Will you drop a link?
Tech Raptor, already have a link in on the at the very bottom.
Oh, okay.
Where I put it down there because it's less jumping around if you're cleaning up things up above.
Yeah. I'll use the Tech Raptor instead of this random place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, oops, that's the wrong thing I just copied. There we go. All
I guess
right.
that should get doobly-doo up and running because, right?
Yep. Probably gonna need that. I'll wait. As is my custom. Okay. I'm good, I think. At the very least, I'm ready.
Yeah, well, I just logged into Steam on Firefox, so I had to deal with that.
So day 2 today, there was no overt racism. So that's good.
Made it 2 days longer than I thought.
Yeah, I know.
Well, wait, hang on. You said overt racism, so there was racism. It's just
Yes, there's the diet racism of like questioning like, well, why would you listen to that? Why would you talk about that? Why would you watch that? It's like who knows? Who cares? Maybe those things.
why do you care?
Yeah, I didn't say this, but maybe on the off chance that you are correct that it has something to do with her intrinsic blackness. Why does it matter? Why does it matter what she likes? Like, I mean, it doesn't. It has to do with her acculturation, which maybe in a roundabout way you could argue that that's because she's black, but that socioeconomic stuff like nature versus nurture kind of stuff. A tale as old as time. It's mostly nature, by the way. We've more or less settled that debate, but regardless, like, who cares? But it's just like this diet racism of like, I don't understand. She's not like me, and it's strange.
No, Sarah, you're strange. And a cunt.
Yes.
I've been around Anita too long. What can I say?
Well, Anita's good people, so.
Well, she somehow tolerates my ass, so. Oh, right. I know how. I feed her.
Way to her heart. But, yeah. I mean, it's going to happen at some point. The question is who first? Is it one of the clients from the group homes that have basically no filters and are, generally speaking, racist anyways? Or is it going to be Sarah?
Ooh. That's a tough one. What surprised me is Sarah actually seems to be at least trying to not be terrible. Which, based on everything I've heard about her, is she okay?
I'm not convinced that she isn't just trying to not lose her job.
There's that too. Good, fair point.
And honestly, like, if that keeps her in check, awesome. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But, yeah.
I'm just waiting for her to fly off and say, "You people." Or, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, something is going to happen at some point. I mean, she's very
dumb.
She's well, I mean, yes, but I'm talking about the new nurse. She's older. She's in her like late 50s. I think she said today she was 59, so she's a little older, and she is, I'm guessing, also conservative. She's definitely a Christian. Like, she was praying,
which kind of blows my mind, right?
Yeah. She was praying before she ate lunch today. And in my head, I'm like, oh, honey, I mean, you can be religious here. That's fine. But We're not the kind of praying type. We're the swearing and throwing things
Mhm.
around type. But who knows? Maybe she'll just sanctify all of us. I won't be struck dead by a lightning bolt this year, anyways.
No, you'll just fall apart.
Right. As is my custom.
Yeah, pick up another autoimmune disease or something.
Right? This is the way. All right. Yep. I mean, there wasn't a lot to do. The show notes, they're ready. Ready when you are.
Oh, I never put my game in, did I?
Nope.
Whoops. I got distracted.